Hello, BookTube. Hello, friends. Welcome to Lizziefaye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth, and I've got a readathon to announce today. Now, this has been kind of a last-minute thrown-together thing because I got some news a week ago today that has totally changed what I'm going to be listening to over the month of October. And some of you may have already heard about it. Hopefully you have if you are an Audible Escape subscriber. Now, I have been subscribing to Audible Escape for probably a couple of years now. I didn't jump on the bandwagon the minute that it was announced, but I was already an Audible subscriber at the time, and I got to looking at it and thinking, well, this might actually be worth the money. And I think it was, and it has been, but it is coming to an end. And right now, well, okay, let me backtrack a little bit. I heard about this, thankfully, from a subscriber last Friday. I was at the football game, and there was a timeout or something, and so I was just on my phone and reading my comments from my Friday Reads video, and one of the people commented, did I know that Audible Escape was ending? And I was like, oh my goodness, no, I didn't know. And so I immediately went on Audible Escape and saw the announcement. Yes, November 1st, Audible Escape is saying goodbye. Now, they are replacing it with something called Audible Plus, which will be a similar type of a subscription service, except that it will go across genres. It will not just be limited to romance. So that may be a good thing. I will try it out. I will take the 3-month Audible Plus trial membership and see what's there and see if it turns out to be something that I want to continue. But in the meantime, I had, I think, over 60 books on my Audible wish list that were on Audible Escape. So I thought, oh my goodness, I've got a month, a little over a month, to try to get through these 60 books. Now, a lot of the books on Audible Escape are little shorties, just little short stories, novellas, things like that. And I have several of those in my wish list. But I have several full-length 8.5-hour audiobooks on my wish list as well. And I have several things that I want to accomplish on Audible Escape. So I began kind of making a checklist of what I wanted to accomplish before Audible Escape ends and what I wanted to listen to and seeing what I could eliminate and all of that. And I just thought it would be fun to make it into a readathon, because some of you may be in the same boat as me. You may have a big giant wish list full of books that you want to get to, and now we've got a month left to get them done for free, and that's not a lot of time if you have 60-something books in your wish list. Now, I have invited 3 other friends to join me in this, and so you will be seeing videos from Sarah from the Bookish Knitter, and also Nicole from Who Picked This Book, and Izzy from Happy For Now. They are all romance booktubers. They were all co-hosts for the Summer Fling, which was in August, and that's how I got acquainted with both Nicole and Izzy. So I had noticed that they were both Audible Escape subscribers. I think they've talked about it before. In fact, Izzy, I even noticed, had changed the name of one of her Audible Escape recommendations video to, help announce it's ending. We got to get to these now. And so be sure you check out their videos. I don't know if they're going to do TBR videos or not. I am going to do a TBR video. Probably it'll have to be in front of the computer. So I'll just show you the computer screen and scroll through what I'm going to listen to, because I don't have physical copies of the majority of those. But anyway, there are going to be some challenges. I'm calling this a checklist because that's really what it looked like in my mind, was going through a checklist and making sure that I had covered the things that I wanted to cover. So these are not prompts per se. You could call them that if you want, but it's basically a checklist to go through and make sure that, I guess what I've already said, make sure you've got everything covered. So I'm going to go through these with you. I have them written down so that I don't forget anything. And I will have to wear my glasses so that I can read the fine print of my printout here. Okay, so the first one is challenge. Now these are all going to be one word checklist, but let me just kind of expand on those and let you know what this means, at least what it means to me. Are there any books on Audible Escape that will meet challenges that you're already doing? So I love to double up on things. So if you're doing the Fall Into Reading Challenge, or if you are going to be doing Victober or the Mandyathon, or if right now you're doing Get Your Shelf Together, anything like that, the Buzzwordathon, whatever, are there any books on the Audible Escape package that you can double up on that will meet some of those challenges? Because why not? And then the next one is category. Are there any categories or story themes? I think there's like 3 different things. What was the other one? Characters, character types that you've been wanting to get to, but you haven't yet. Or are you working on the Audible Escape category challenge? And if you're trying to finish that, you've got a month left to do it. I have been working on that ever since Sarah made it a challenge last year in 2019. And even though she didn't continue with the challenge, I have still continued, and I've been averaging about 2 categories per month. So when I heard that Audible Escape was ending, I still had not listened to any this month in September for the challenge. So I had 4 left, and well, actually I had 5, but one of them I realized I had covered during the summer fling, and so I'm going to count it for that, and that was the African American theme. I listened to Mystic Lake or Mystic Park by Regina Hart, so I'm counting that for that. And so there are 41 categories, and I have listened to at least one book or one title in each of the 4 categories, in each of the 41 categories, except for 4. So already in September, since just this past week, since hearing about this, I listened to one in the Civil War category, and that was the beginning of a series, and I just finished up the 4th book in that series, all on Audible Escape. So I've listened to now 4 books on Audible Escape since hearing about this ending. And then I also listened to something else, but I can't think what it was now. Anyway, it was another one of the categories. And so now I have 2 left. I have Scottish and rom-com. So those I will be accomplishing in the month of October, and then I will finish the category challenge. And I wish I could think what that other one was that I just listened to. But anyway, if it comes to me, I will interrupt our regular programming and let you know. Okay, so basically, are there any categories that you haven't gotten to yet? If you've been working to try to do the category challenge, maybe you still have several left, but you could do those. There is at least one really short book for each category, because that's been what I have chosen for a lot of the ones, especially for the ones that are out of my comfort zone. And when I say really short, there are some that are even under an hour, and some that are, 2.5 hours, they range between, less than an hour to 2.5. Well, and of course there are a lot of long books, but basically any length that you feel up to listening to, you can find something. And so then number 3, series. Are there any series that you need to finish? And for me, yes, there are several. 2 in particular that are only on Audible Escape, at least that I can find. And one of them, the very last book, is not on Audible Escape, but the next one is. It's a Christmas book. I was going to save it for Christmas, but, I'm going to go ahead and listen to it. Basically, I'm going to listen to everything I can on Audible Escape, and then we'll worry about the rest of the series later. So check and see if there are any series that you want to finish that are on Audible Escape. The next one is author. Are there any authors that you want to read more by, or that you've been wanting to try something by? Check and see. Check all your favorite authors and see what they have on Audible Escape, and just, listen to as many of those as you can get to. Then the next one is Wishlist. Now, this was really where I started. I first went to my Wishlist to see what I had on there, and I have since then been able to eliminate some off my Wishlist, because what I did was I went and cross-checked, I think, just about everything on my wish list with my library apps, especially Hoopla. And also I've checked a few on my actual library catalog, like do they have any of these on CD that I could listen to later, and so that there wouldn't be a big rush. And Scribd, I checked that because I'm also a Scribd subscriber. So I was able to eliminate several of the books from my wish list because a lot of them have shown up on Hoopla. You guys, if you have Hoopla, if your library has it, go on there and check it out. I am not kidding you. They have added a lot of audiobooks. I feel like just every day they're adding more and more. There are some that I never expected to be on Hoopla, and they're there on audio. There's even the buddy read that I was supposed to be reading with my sister that I was supposed to read in July, and I never got to it, by Delia Parr. It's on there on Hoopla, and I'm like, oh my goodness. So anyway, I'm just super excited that there are a lot of stuff on Hoopla that I had searched in the past and wasn't there. So it's there now. So even if you searched yesterday, search again today and just see what's there available to you on Hoopla. Also check RB Digital, Overdrive, all of your library apps. If you have Access 360, if you're on Scribd, check all of those things, because if you can get them somewhere else and you've got 60 something books on your wish list on Audible, then you can narrow down what you have time to listen to. I mean, you can narrow down what you need to listen to by just limiting it to what you can only get on Audible Escape. Does that make sense? So check what you can eliminate. Okay, then the next one is recommendations. Are there any books on Audible Escape that have been recommended to you that you haven't gotten to yet? And maybe it's a booktuber, you've heard them recommend something, or maybe another friend has recommended something and you haven't been able to get to it. If you're on Audible Escape, check it and see if it's there, because you might be able to listen to it this month, and then you can go back to your friend and say, hey, I read this, because you recommended it. And then the next one is TBR. Just go through your TBR on Goodreads, go through your physical TBR at home. If there's books that you just haven't had the time to get to, look and see if they're on Audible Escape. I found one when I was searching through the rom-com category. I found one there in that category that I've had on my shelf for years, and I had no idea that it was on Audible Escape. So, just check, cross-check, while you're listening to a booktuber or while you're listening to another audiobook. Just scroll through your Goodreads TBR or look through your bookshelves and see what you might be wanting to get to that you haven't yet because you didn't know it was on Audible Escape. Okay, and then the last one, this is just kind of a catch-all category. Try. Just, if there's anything that hasn't already been covered in this checklist that you want to try it out. If you, I can't think of anything. Just if you are just scrolling through and browsing through and you see something that looks interesting, a title or a cover, and it's on Audible Escape and it looks like something you might want to try, then what are you waiting for? Give it a try, because you've got 1 month left on Audible Escape. Now, if you've gotten to the end of this video and you're thinking, I don't have Audible Escape, then why did you watch this video? No, I'm just kidding. It's probably too late for you to get on Audible Escape. In fact, I think that those of us who have been subscribing to Audible Escape are not even getting charged for this month. So you can definitely get your money's worth this month, even just by listening to 1 or 2 books. But if you're not on Audible Escape, then you might check out Audible Plus and see if there's anything there. It did say in the questions and answers that there are going to be some crossovers. I haven't found anything yet. There were only 3 books on my Audible wish list that are now showing up that they're going to be on Audible Plus. So because it announced that, now for me, it said that we had a 3-month trial of Audible Plus, and I don't know if that's everyone that's getting a 3-month trial or just people who have already been subscribing to Audible Escape. But anyway, I'm going to definitely take advantage of that. I have not clicked over to do that yet because I don't want to start Audible Plus while I'm working on trying to finish Audible Escape. So hopefully they'll allow me to wait a little longer in the month before I click over and accept that trial membership. But anyway, I mean, even the fact that there are 3 books on my Audible wish list that are going to be on Audible Plus, if I can get a free trial, then definitely I will listen to at least those 3 books for free, and I'll check through and just see if there's anything else that I want to listen to. Like I said, I might keep it, I may not, but anyway, I'm rambling. So if there's any books on Audible Escape that you want to try, then definitely you should check the categories, see if you want to try any of those, the story themes, the character types, all of that stuff are all laid out for you there on the Audible Escape homepage. So anyway, let me know in the comments if you are an Audible Escape member. Did you already know about it? Had you heard the announcement? How many books are you trying to get through for the month of October? I'm not waiting till October. I immediately started listening. Well, I say immediately. I had a couple of Hoopla books I needed to finish up that were going to expire. So I finished those and then went straight to Audible Escape to get started on my ever-growing wish list. Because by looking at all of the books on my wish list, it has reminded me of others by those authors and others in the series. Maybe I had only clicked on the first one. Well, maybe there's, 5 more in that series that are also on Audible Escape. So I'm going to try to get to as many of those as I can. I will do a separate TBR video, and let's just chat in the comments and let me know what your plans are for October, and if you're going to be listening to some books on Audible Escape. And if you are not already an Audible Escape member, then, maybe check out Audible Plus if you feel so inclined. And that's all I have for this video. Thank you for sticking with me to the end, and let's chat in the comments. And also be sure you check out the other co-hosts. And I don't know if we're going to do any kind of a live show or not. This was all just kind of last minute thrown together. Also, this is going to go from October 1st to the 31st because November 1st, it's ending. I don't know if it will go through the 1st or if midnight, at the end of October 31st, it's going away. That's what I suspect. So this is going to go through the 31st. And we are using the hashtag Audible Escape to the end. So we are sticking with Audible Escape right to the end. We're going to get as many books listened to as we can, and maybe just keep a tally of how many. And also you can post on Instagram what you're listening to, and maybe weekly updates, what you've finished, or daily updates. I don't know. Whatever you want to do, it's fine. And it's a brand new hashtag. No one has used this hashtag before. I just checked today, and it's all for us. We can use this, and be sure you follow that hashtag this month if you are going to be participating. So that's all for this video. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.